What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Shabazz,
Your boy Natty Babs.
and we the BaptisteBros. I'm on the laptop today. Sorry for last night. Sorry for my indiscretions. I'm sorry. I'm
The
sorry.
indiscretion. Hold on.
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes these things happen. Wi-Fi got the crib, but it's all right. We back today, looking clean. I need a haircut. Getting that tomorrow.
I'm
We're,
getting
we're
mine tomorrow too. Hold on. See?
you looking rough, boy. You're looking rough, but it's all right. Week 15, bruh. Week 15, man. We got some
Birthday week.
birthday week, Saturday games. What can go wrong? Primetime games, playoff implications. Oh, it just makes you happy, makes you smile. You know what I'm saying? First, I'm gonna do the one to do shout out Captain Hope, the actor that played him. Unfortunately passed away last night. So when we play this vindication clip, I don't know if we'll play it anymore. We gotta decide that, but
No, we will. We got to. It's living legacy, bro.
living legacy for OG. Okay, living life for the OGs. You know what I'm saying? So shout out
Vindication.
Gotta keep it in there. So shout out to him, great actor, greater life, me, rest in peace. But enough with the somber stuff. We got week 15. We've got every single team playing again. Hurrah! No more. And now you're fantasy. If you're in fantasy playoffs, good luck. If you're in the Navarra League, get ready to lose. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to catch the dub. What are you talking about? Trying to catch the dub. What are you talking about?
I got some shout outs too. If you in the fans of Scott Hansen, the one that I'm in three playoffs. If you in the fans of Scott Hansen, fuck y'all. If you in the fan FDSL San Diego League, fuck y'all. And if you just in the FF League, if you know, Domers, fuck y'all too. But I love y'all. Good competition. But time for a homeboy to bring down that prize. You feel me? But before you begin, drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. Come on, you gotta vibe with the two twins, bro. Come on now. Tell a friend to tell a friend. For our birthday, tell a friend. Tell two friends to tell their friends. Not just one friend. Tell two friends. For our birthday. Double up. You feel me? And let's get right. I feel like Ric Flair or Booker T. Let's. Sucker! Thursday night football, Chargers, Raiders. Loser is basically eliminated from the playoffs. Both teams are 5-8. Both teams are backup quarterbacks. Both teams, Aiden O'Connell might get benched. Jimmy G might come back. Both teams leave a lot to be desired. Chargers, disappointment is an understatement. It's kind of like Khalil Mack's leading the league in sacks. But your defense is still ass. Justin Herbert out for the season. And Keenan Allen having an all-pro type season.
He's out for this
game. So it's like, and then on the Raiders side, right, Devontae Adams hasn't done anything of note since like week 7. And Josh Jacobs didn't really, he got no burn last week. So both teams coming off a loss, both figuring out, hey, we win this game, we might still make the playoffs, which probably won't happen. All in all, I'm going to go for the first time all season. I'm picking against the Chargers. I'm picking against the Ravens, but I'm going to go with the Raiders. I think that when it's come to this situation where it's both teams trying to figure out who they are, I think it comes down to coaching. And I think, can you still have the pulse of your locker room? Is Antonio Pierce going to keep his job after this season? Probably not. But the fact that he still has his guys fighting and they didn't get blown out last week, they lost 3-0. Like, that's just shit. Hey, but his team is still fighting. The Chargers, like, it's kind of a catch-22. They want to win for their pride, but they want to lose because Brandon Staley gets fired faster. And I'm under the assumption that if he gets fired, the reason why he didn't get fired yet is because they have a Thursday night game. Too late to implement new shit. But after this game, you have 10 days to come up with a new game plan and stuff. I believe they lose. He's fired on Thursday. He's fired Friday, Friday afternoon. That's my prediction. Can't call it, so I won't spoil it. But I'm gonna go with the Raiders, so that firing happens a little bit faster.
I disagree with you. I think win or lose, he's done.
Oh,
But I do agree that I have the Raiders winning as well. I think, I think it's just at this point, you gotta look at not the rosters. Both rosters are terrible, but you gotta look at the stars. The stars of the Raiders. Max Crosby another Pro Bowl season. There's so many good defensive ends, so he probably won't get the all pro nod, but he's one of the guys that definitely deserves it. And then Devontae Adams. And you got Josh Jacobs, who this season been very underwhelming, but he had like a good 2-3 weeks where he was actually cooking. When Antonio Pierce first got there, as the head coach, he started cooking. Versus the Chargers, they're just injured out the ass. They're fucking Herbert's out, Bosa's out, Allen's out, Mike Williams was out way before any of this happened. So it's just Khalil Mack and Derwin James pretty much. And as good as those guys are, I just don't think now if they pull Mac Duggan get into the game and show a little something, shout out to the Horned Frogs. Hey, maybe, but I think win or lose, Brandon Staley, he'll fly him back, and then Friday morning, yeah, you're done. So I think the Raiders win. Honestly, to be honest with you, depending on how this goes, both teams low-key could be out of the playoffs because a lot of teams are at 7 wins. So a lot of at least let's say 3 or 4 teams go for 8, then they're pretty much out. Certain teams, it's over. So I think Raiders win. Chargers, you're done out the playoffs. Now, birthday. Happy birthday is a birthday. Happy birthday is a birthday. Feel me? 26 years young, yeah. We got 3 games on Saturday, and I'm not watching none. I'll be out. What am I doing? I'm doing a smash room for my birthday. Break some stuff, and then we're gonna get some not margaritas, but Margaritaville drinks, all that stuff. So we'll do a good time. Me and baby girl, good time. But Vikings Bengals battle for the number 1 receiver in our eyes. That's funny as hell because I think
there's a reason why I took it off because they want to see us. They don't care about the spreadsheet. They want to see us. Okay.
Oh shit. So I believe Justin Jefferson is the best shooter in the game. Natural is adamant that Jamar Chase is. Feel me? This is the game. This is the game where one of us is going to be vindicated on Tuesday. I think the Vikings, both teams need to win because they're both 7-6. However, I think the Vikings win this game. Obviously, because first and foremost, fuck the AFC North unless you Baltimore. First of all. Second of all, I think it's probably be a high scoring game. I might not lie to you because both defenses are trash. Third of all, fuck AFC North first. So I believe in the Vikings. Unfortunately, that doesn't go well for Natural's agenda, but for my agenda, it goes perfectly.
So we speak of the agenda. Let me give myself the solo shot. So firstly, it's fuck every team in the NFC except for the Saints. Especially in the playoffs, I'm praying on your downfall. 2, I agree that Justin Jefferson is a great receiver, but he has been nicked up the last few weeks. Yeah. Gotta admit that. He's coming off a hamstring. He comes back, and then Josh Dobbs throws him a hospital ball, and he hurt his ribs. So now he's dealing 2 ailments. Jamar Chase is just dealing with an ailment at quarterback. Well, it's not even that bad. Jake Browning's had 2 really good games back to back, and then 1 Steelers game that was abysmal. But the Vikings defense, they will blitz you. They will take advantage of your weak offensive line. But again, for the agenda, para familia, I gotta go with the Bengals. I gotta go with the Bengals this time. It's for the agenda.
That's fair.
strictly for the agenda. That's all I really got to say on that one.
Okay.
Next, so there's a triple header on our birthday. The 1 o'clock game is Vikings Bengals. The 4 o'clock game, Steelers Colts. Mustache versus Mitch. AFC playoff showdown. Both teams are respectfully in the playoffs.
6
They're
and
both
7.
they're both 7-6. They're 6 and 7 respectively in terms of Steelers and Colts. Steelers have coming back from back-to-back losses to 2-win teams. That's not a good look. That's not a good look for Mike Tomlin. I know he has a stereotypical bad loss where it's inexcusable how the hell you lose that game, but you have both of them back to back. That's a bad look. I think 10 days of rest. Kenny Pickett's not playing, so it's still Mitch kissing titties. But I think that the Colts defense is not that good. Now I'm not saying the Steelers offense is any better, but I think having 10 days off, Gardner Minshew's going to turn into a pumpkin, and TJ Watt, he might not play because he's in concussion protocol. But hopefully he's had the 10 days to get right mentally, get right physically. And I think I'm going to trust in Mike Tomlin. I'm going to trust that Mike Tomlin is telling his team how important this game is for our playoffs, for what we want to be. And if you want to make the playoffs, you win this game. And according to NFL.com, this is the one game that impacts the playoffs the most. Because the winner basically has a one-way ticket to the playoffs, and the loser has to hope for shit to happen. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I think they're the better team, but the Colts definitely have the better quarterback. I ain't gonna lie on that.
So funny you mentioned TJ Watt. He officially cleared for concussion protocol, so he will be playing on Saturday. But even said that,
what did we just talk about?
The agenda is fuck the AFC North unless you're Baltimore. So for me, no analysis necessary. It's fuck Pittsburgh. So let's go Colts. Do I believe in the Colts? Absolutely not. I do not. Gardner Minshew has been so inconsistent, but he's had his moments where he's been he's been him. But that's also followed by the week after where, what I'm saying, he throws a bad showing, throws a couple picks. Steelers defense is legit. I'm not going to front. 10 days rest, as you mentioned. Everything you said, valid. Completely valid. However, it'll be a cold day. A cold day. Unless their win benefits my Ravens somehow, I'm rooting for the Pittsburgh Steelers to win the game. So, and that's not the case today. So let's go Indianapolis Colts.
Fair enough.
Indeed. Now, Saturday night, which I probably not. I'll probably not catch the end of it. Broncos, Lions, two fraudulent activities teams on Saturday night. Broncos, I do not like Russell Wilson. I've been saying this since last season. Detroit, everyone's on the bandwagon, but now they're off the bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? So now I could plant my flag again that everyone's writing you guys off. So now I'm back to being a believer, at least in this game. You know what I'm saying? Not a cold day, but it would definitely be a little it's breakout outside. But I'm rooting for the Broncos to win the game. Their offense is fraudulent. Cortland Sutton, I love the kid. He's a dog. Do not get me wrong. He's had a touchdown in like 7 straight games. I think so. I'm pretty sure. I gotta stat that. So, but the Lions' pass defense is ass, but the Lions' offense is good. They want to bounce back from their horrendous offensive showing against Chicago. That's how you know it was bad when it was against Chicago. It's at home when your last home game's left, indoors. So Jared Smallhands, has no excuse because that pass rush is not elite for Denver. It's not. They're opportunistic, but they're not elite. So I'm going with Detroit. They have a huge bounce back, and they going for the because literally if the Vikings say the Vikings win, then they sweating. They definitely sweating.
because they played them
Don't feel
twice.
that pressure, and they played them exactly. They played them twice in the last month. So hey, they need to win. They need this a must win for both teams, especially for the Broncos. But as I said, it'll be a brisk day when I'm rooting for the Broncos to win the game. So let's go Lions at home. Hold it down.
So I looked up the Cortland Sutton stat. He scored 10 touchdowns. So he has 10 out of the last they played 13 games. He scored a touchdown in 10 of them. So he's been balling. Like he's been I'm not gonna say all pro because again that's AJ Brown and Tyreek Hill locked up. Basically, no, and now CeeDee Lamb probably is taking AJ Brown's spot because CeeDee Lamb has been balling and Tyreek Hill. With that said, I'm agreeing with you. I think the Lions they've lost 2 of the last 3. They've got embarrassed 2 of the last 3, and the common denominator is turnovers. Now the Broncos' defensive line got after Justin Herbert last week, but again the Chargers' offensive line is offensive, and Detroit's is pretty good. And yeah, he's indoors. I genuinely believe that Jared Goff is hearing all the talk, and now he can play the nobody believes in us now. We're the underdogs. We're not hyped up anymore. There's no expectations, and that's the kind of stuff where it's kind of like the Texans, the opposite. Like, oh, the Texans lost to the Jets. Yeah, injuries, but they were expected to win. They lost to the Panthers. They were expected to win. The Lions were supposed to beat the Bears. And both games they got physically outplayed and mentally outplayed. It's just that they won one and lost one. I think the Lions bounce back as well. I think the Lions win. And I'm not in the business of calling the Broncos offense fraudulent, but that defense of getting turnovers after turnovers and turnovers, that's not gonna be consistent. It's not gonna keep going forever. So who knows? But Pat Surtain is a dog, but the rest of that defense is not great. So that's just my opinion on that, my 2 cents. Now we start the Sunday slate. Falcons, Panthers. Bad weather plus bad QBs equals bad football. Well, I watch. So yeah, it's supposed to be like rain and just gross, like in the southeast of the country. So Miami and Charlotte are gonna have bad weather. It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be fun. Probably going to rain in Tennessee as well, which we'll talk about that game in a second, a couple games from now. But Falcons, Panthers, again, I'm going to give myself the solo shot here. Do I believe the Falcons are going to be a good team? No. Do I think the Panthers are a good team? Absolutely not. But for the agenda, for the vibes, for my Saints, all of that, throw logic out the window. What's the agenda for the Saints? The Panthers got to win. I ain't going to put money on this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This is not going in the parlay of the week. But just know, let's go Panthers. No football analysis. No Bryce Young go. Nope. None of that. I despise the Falcons. I think Desmond Shitter is still the quarterback, and he'll find a way to lose this game. And Panthers will be 2-12. Crazy.
Low key, could you mention the bad weather? That bodes well for the Panthers. It bodes well for the Panthers. One, because their defense, they still play hard. So when it's ugly out, defense, and they couldn't do it against the Saints, but they fairly did it. Bryce Young was running a little bit, so they gash you guys. And I think defense in a running game when it's ugly matters the most. I don't know, and Desmond Shitter does not bode well on the road. So on the road, bad weather, I gotta roll with the home team, and plus for the agenda, for the Saints agenda, which is part of the total agenda, I gotta go with the Panthers, man. Panthers, it'll probably be a low scoring game because it's so ugly, But
I
as
like
a fan of B. John Robinson as I am, he could definitely go for a calm $150 and like cook him by himself. Could happen. But for the agenda, go Panthers.
Confirming weather, it's supposed to be 15-mile-per-hour winds and rain. 66% chance of rain. So, yeah, bad quarterbacks, bad weather. That's just bad football.
Bears, the Brownies. Justin Football Fields versus the Elite. Joe Flacco. Nike socks, Joe Flacco. That's crazy. In 2023, who would have thought? It's like Madden franchise when you just skip going years back. Like that meme was hilarious. I meant to laugh about that yesterday. Bear down, bro. Give me my solo. Bear down, bro. As I said what I said. Low key natural for your agenda, you fake need the Bears to lose.
Nah.
You fake need the but you beat them already. You Gucci. You beat them already, right?
Exactly.
So there you go. So for my agenda, as I mentioned with Pittsburgh, and as I mentioned with the Bengals, it'll be a cold day. The day I root for the AFC North. This game does not benefit me if the Browns win. If they lose, it opens the door for not only us to clinch a playoff spot, which we'll talk about that later, but for next week, for us to fucking clinch the division. That's more important. That for me, getting the 1 seed is cool and all. Getting the playoffs, we're already gonna be in the playoffs. But to win the North, come on, that's what I love to see. So for me, bear down. Justin Fields and DJ Moore, more so DJ Moore. I need you, my brother. I have you on my lineup. I need you, my brother. It's gonna be difficult because that Browns defense, that Browns front is some monsters. But one thing they can't handle, like most teams, is a mobile quarterback. And you, sir, are the second best mobile quarterback in the league. So let's go Bears. Fuck the Browns, and let's get right.
Cool. I agree. There's analysis in terms of like the Cleveland Browns have like everybody in their mama hurt, and they've won 8 games with 4 different quarterbacks. So at some point, like coaching matters, and Kevin Stefanski is a great coach, but like that they're running on fumes. It's kind of when we're talking about the Giants last year, like they kept winning games when they shouldn't have been winning. The Browns are the same shit. Like they're winning because of good, smart football playing, and Myles Garrett being a freaking monster. Now I will say this: I watch a lot of Bears. I watch all the Saints games, and I watch almost all the Bears games. The Bears, offensive line has gotten better. But Justin Fields has made some great plays and making some escapability and some crazy maneuver, but he also holds the ball on a little too long. So the very first game he started 2 years ago, what happened? I think it was 9 sacks. I want to 9 or 7 sacks this Browns defense had on him and that offensive line. Used and abused all day. And they got destroyed. So hopefully he doesn't PTSD doesn't kick in and he doesn't shrink. But I think he's gonna bounce back. I think the vibes are high in Chicago right now. They won back-to-back games for the first time in mad long, and back-to-back division games in a while as well. Pardon me. So with that said, I think the vibes are high. They we have the number 1 pick and we can make the playoffs. Let's fuck around and do something. So let's go Chicago. Also, supposed to rain and be gross. So, and Chicago's defense has been actually underrated, and I'm just going to say that word. Bucks, Packers. Does Love like to bake? That's the question. I think he does. I hope he does. Wait for it. The agenda, ladies and gentlemen. I know you come here every Wednesday to hear astute and cogent football analysis, but sometimes We can't give you that. Sometimes we gotta be biased. Sometimes we just gotta put the agenda in front of football in our heads. Do I think the Packers are a good team? Absolutely, I do. Do I think Jordan Love's a good quarterback? Who knows? He has moments and flashes of brilliance, and then he has moments of like, ugh, what the fuck? The same shit can be said about Baker Mayfield. He has moments of, oh my god, this guy's a gamer. He's a baller. He's a playmaker and a shot caller. If you know, you know. But he also has moments of like, ugh. I hope for Saints' sake, my sake, the agenda's sake, Packers win. No football analysis. No, the Packers are like a good against the or bad against the run, and the Bucks. No, none of that. No stats. None of that. Just going with the Packers. That's it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know, if you're a frequent fan of the show, you know I'm not.
Talk about cold days in hell.
Cold days in hell with the AFC North. The coldest, if someone described how cold it is outside, if they say the words "oh nah," like they go outside and they get a brisk of the air and say "oh nah," that means they not coming outside. Whatever plans they had, it's finito. It's done. So it's a "oh nah" day in hell when I'm rooting for Baker Mayfield to win the game. So no matter what happens, I don't care if their Packers are on a short week. I don't care that the Bucks are on emotional high right now because they had a last second comeback against the Falcons. I spent mad much in my hand just now. I don't care. I'm not rooting for Baker Mayfield. I'm just not. So let's go Packers. Go Pack go. They need it because they lose and certain team in New York wins. We're gonna talk about it later. Wait, man.
Wait, man.
Hey, man. I don't know though. But fuck Baker. But I don't know.
All right, Jets, Dolphins. Again, another game. We gotta watch the weather. Apparently, it's supposed to be thunderstorms, 24-mile-per-hour winds in Miami. Like, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be rain and gross. And they play in like an open stadium concept kind of shit. So yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be an interesting game for sure. Zach Wilson graded into a. According to last week, Zach Wilson won Player of the Week for the AFC. Can't believe my eyes. I can't believe the words are coming out of my mouth. Zach Wilson won Player of the Week. And rightfully so. He balled last week. So Tua got to stop turning the ball over. Tyreek Hill is proving that he is an MVP because without him, the Dolphins offense screeched to a halt. I'm not going to be crazy. I'm not going to be chaotic. I'm not going to overreact. But I will say this. The Jets defense, they played Black Friday, and Tua will look bad. He looked bad for a few weeks now. He has 3 turnovers, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks in the last 3 games. He's been not great. He's not been good. I think the Dolphins win.
With the fumbles. Get the fumbles too.
Oh, and fumbles as well. And I think the Dolphins win. There's no agenda. There's no anything on that. But I think that, man, it's an interesting sight because don't look now, but the Jets, maybe that was a blip. Maybe that was an operation. But as Zach Wilson said, I've already been benched. What is there to lose? Right? Like, they don't know what's going to happen. He doesn't know what's going to happen, and that's beautiful for chaos purposes. But I'm going to go with the Dolphins because I think they bounce back. You calling it?
For the agenda, you said there's no agenda, bro.
For me, there's no agenda. For me,
the agenda of I need them to fucking lose, bro. I don't ask for much from the Jets. I don't. But when I say my energy, like the spirit bomb, is going towards the Jets this week to win the game. First of all, you just said ugly conditions that favors the Jets. the defense of the Jets is top 5. They played on Black Friday, and this might be crazy to say. If Zach Wilson's playing in that game, they low-key have a chance to win that game. Because he already was there. You know what I'm saying? Now, Dolphins defense blew a 13-point lead in 3 minutes to Will Levis and Derrick Henry. The blueprint is there. You got Garrett Wilson. You got Breece Hall. You make it work. You make it work. They don't have to. The Dolphins do not have a pass rush. Consistently, they have one guy, and that's Bradley Chubb. That is it. So I think Tua struggles again. I think him being a decoy would help a little bit, but for me, the mojo's gone. You're on a short week. You just lost and you blew a game where you should have won at home. By the way, we've never lost yet. I think the mystique is gone. I think the smoke and mirrors is gone. I think they need to find another way to win, and they're not physical enough to beat a team like the Jets, trying to match their physicality. At least this season, they got to improve on that. So I think it might be a blip. They might fuck around and drop 30. But I some for my agenda purpose, bro. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Nah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That was crazy. But one New York team to the other New York team. With Tommy Paisan DeVito they beat the Packers on the last with heroics on Monday night. They got to travel to the Dome to take on my Saints. As I'm in my comforter, as I'm in I have Saints shit all over my room, bro. We know who I'm going with, bro. You know who I'm going with. Now, obviously I'm going with the Saints. But here's where the agenda, yes, I can for a moment, I'm gonna put the agenda hat off. I'm gonna talk my shit. So firstly, Saints overall pass defense has been fantastic, right? But we can't stop the run as of week 5. They've runner teams totals have gone over 100 yards, 120 yards since week 5, like 7 times. So we can't stop the run as consistently as we used to. On top of that, Derek Carr, enough said. However, on the flip side, Tommy DeVito has been great. He has been turned the ball over a lot, but he's been sacked. He's been sacked in his 3 starts. And when I say this number, bro, actually it's 4 starts. When I say this number, you're going to be like, what the actual hell? 26 times. To put that into perspective, I don't know. Like, the craziest part about it is that most teams don't get 26 sacks in a season. He's been sacked 26 times in 4 games. A lot, like 11 times by the Commanders. Like, that's why it was so, like, it was a shocking loss for the Commanders because they got to him all the time. So Saints notoriously don't get pressure. We don't get sacks. However, we got 4 last week against the Panthers. So there's that. And also on top of that as well, we gotta learn how to stop mobile quarterbacks. Tommy DeVito is a baller, he's a playmaker, and he can run with the ball. Saquon Barkley is their offense, but Tommy DeVito, if he plays within himself, he can get the players the ball. Jalen Hyatt, dog. Wan'Dale Robinson, dog. Sterling Shepard. Like, he has guys who can catch the ball. However, again, like I said, Saints pass defense is legit. We're getting Rashid Shaheed back. We already have Alvin Kamara, and Chris Olave sneakily has 1,000. He needs like 100 more yards to get 1,000 yards, despite bad quarterback play. Here's a stat for you as well, Shabazz. You'll be surprised to see this one. Word. I got you. Let me pull it up real quick. I had to screenshot it. We're 5-2 in games we have 0 or 1 turnovers. So 5-2 when we don't turn the ball over, basically. We are also 1-5 when we turn the ball over. Two or more times. And that's a recipe. What's the? I don't have the commandments pulled up. I don't need all the theatrics with the commandments. But the number one, touchdowns, not field goals. We were actually scoring better in the red zone, and don't turn the ball over. Stop turning the ball over. The Giants defense, they have a great pass rush, but again, Kamara offensive line has been playing better. Derek Carr didn't get sacked last week, so that's a good sign. Like, he had like a season low of like 8 pressures the entire game. So the offensive line is coming together. They're starting to mesh well. I genuinely believe the Saints win. We're favored by 6 for a reason. Because although Tommy DeVito is a great story, it's galvanizing New York. He's a third string quarterback for a reason. And I think the Saints defense, if Dennis Allen does anything well, it's defense and making rookie quarterbacks look like rookie quarterbacks. So let's go New Orleans Saints. For my sake too, because all my friends, again, I have supporters, but I have a lot of haters from New York because they think I'm a hater of the Giants, and I'm not. I'm just an objective realist with the Giants, and that's somehow the worst thing in the world. So for my birthday, so I can talk shit to all the Giants fans I know. Come on, Saints. Nah, the agenda hat's back on. What are you talking about? We here. Let's go Saints, baby.
Can I abstain?
No, you cannot.
Damn. Oh, Lord. Oh. I'll say this. Whoever wins this game, I will make a bet that they make the playoffs.
So time out.
If the Giants win this game, they will make the playoffs. Actually, no, I can't say that because they play the Eagles.
Hold on. See, no. Gotta play a clip.
What do you mean by that?
I take it back.
Take it back.
I can't say 10 toes. These are my toes. I can't stay 10 toes. I can't do that. Fuck, bro. I know you. Bro, could y'all suck against the run and the Giants want to run? But then Tommy DeVito is a rook. He can get overwhelmed. This is the best defense they played so far besides Dallas. Can Derek Carr get Olave the Rock and not turn the ball over? Run the ball with Taysom? Run the ball with AK? Shaheed with a deep ball once or twice? Giants with Saquon, Baquan. Fuck, man. Sexy Dexy. Damn, bro.
Can't abstain, bro. You gotta stay on business.
I'm gonna roll with the Saints. I think the home field helps. I'm going with the Saints. Last time y'all played was like one of the highest scoring games ever. It was like 52-49 with Drew Brees and Eli.
2 years ago, and we lost in overtime.
Oh, right, because dude was like, we want that ball. Fuck. Yeah, I remember that.
Who was it? I think, was it Michael Jenkins? No, it wasn't them. It was
Jabril Peppers, maybe?
I think it was Jabril Peppers. He was like, yeah, we want the ball. Fuck him. I was like, oh.
And then Saquon Cook. Yeah, I remember that.
Saquon had a good game.
So I'm going with the Saints. I'm rocking with your agenda, my brother. Rocking with your agenda.
All right. You was about to get the banishment, bro.
All right. Now, Texans, Titans, will the King feast again? I think so. I think he's on a heater. They won't make the playoffs. One loss and they're out, pretty much. So it's must-win territory for them. And they could play spoiler for a division rival. CJ Stroud, I don't think he can play. I don't think he cleared protocol yet.
Not yet, no.
He probably will. But we'll see. Tennessee, you saying there's a whole storm in that southeast area, so like it's gonna be ugly, and that bodes well for the King. That I have Will Levis in fantasy for this because I had to drop Justin Herbert. Unfortunately, baby girl Herbert. Sorry. So I'm hoping Will Levis holds it down. I might have to drop him for someone else if the weather stays bad. We shall see. We shall see. I'm going with the Titans though. I do think they play spoiler. I think they're on the emotional high right now of just for me. They beat Miami. They upset Miami. I know they're on a short week, but I think like defense and running game is always ready to go. So I think they hold it down.
So as much as I want to agree with that, and again, you talk about abstaining from votes, bro. I'm gonna read you this the main people who were out or did not practice today. Will Anderson, Nico Collins, CJ Stroud, Larry Tunzel, Noah Brown. Like Dalton Schultz practice, full practice, and so did Cammy Fieldbrand. But man, it's like that game against the Jets, like took a lot of out from the Texans, man. I can't, and I don't want to do this because I hate when people flip flop. I know they're gonna stand on business, and I'm not going to. My idea is gonna be, hey, I'm picking the Titans for now, and if CJ Stroud plays, I want to switch my pick. But we record these shows on Wednesday nights. I don't want to wait till Sunday I'm picking the Texans. I'm picking the Texans. No. So I'm gonna stick with my gut. I'm gonna pick assuming CJ Stroud's playing regardless, and I think that the Texans still win. I'm picking the Texans to win under the assumption that he's playing, and even if he doesn't play, I'm feel good-ish about my pick. But will the King feast again? I got some stats to read for you.
He's had 2 touchdowns in like 3 straight games, no?
Against the Texans?
No, in general.
Oh yeah, he's been balling. He's been cooking.
He's been cooking them.
I was strictly talking about just against the Texans. This guy, he's gone for 211, 212, 250, 219, and 126, and has scored 3, 5, 7, 9, 10 touchdowns in 5 games. That's insane. Like King Henry somehow, some way against the Texans goes bananas. The rain it's supposed to be raining, not windy as much, but just rain. So that does bode well for Tennessee. Fuck, am I gonna change my pick? Fuck it. I'm going with the King. The King is my favorite player. I'm going with the King. Man. Suppose that. Boom. Let's move on. I called this upset yesterday on the stream. If you weren't there again, Tuesday, 8:30, be there, EST. I said Patriots are gonna win outright. I think the Chiefs, like I said, what Kevin Wild said, they're broken and bad. Bill Belichick had 10 days to prepare. It's basically a bye. Zappy had some showings, had some flashes. I'm picking the Patriots to win for the agenda, just because I think the Chiefs are not a good team, and I think they've been coasting on like, oh, we're Patrick Mahomes, you can figure it out. They lose to the Patriots, then I think the energy that Mahomes showed to the ref, he's gonna flip to the receivers. Because again, like I said before, I said yesterday, I say it every game. They have 34 drops strictly to receiving core, and I believe Isaiah Pacheco is gonna come back, but I think the Chiefs are not good against the run. And shout out to Zeke. I think Zeke is gonna have one of those vintage Zeke performances where he just like every play is gonna be like it's gonna be 2nd and 5 or 3rd and 2. They're gonna stay ahead of the chains and just keep Mahomes off the field. I'm going with the Patriots, and I'm actually pretty confident about it.
So for my agenda, I need Chiefs to lose. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how Saturday goes, the Broncos, they won't win. They won't lead the division, but they'll be like basically right there, same record. The Broncos win Saturday, the Chiefs low-key sweating. Now, Nick Wright is going to be like, never a doubt. Chiefs going to win. Yada, yada, yada. but he's not a realistic fan. Let little bro take care. You know what I'm saying? Come on, step into the office, bro. Your team not good right now. Your defense is playing outstanding, and you're coasting on this whole year saying our defense is playing amazing and our offense is the one that's slacking. Like that's what you're saying. Like you've been saying that for the entire season. But yet it's week 15 now, and your offense is still not good while your defense was playing amazing. So it's like you're saying, oh, eventually the offense will catch up to the defense and he'll be the juggernaut. We love Andy Reid and we love Mahomes, we love Kelsey. But right now, it's called a spade. It's not happening. So now I gotta show. You're gonna show us now. You gotta show me now. And I would love. We talked about it yesterday. Bill Belichick is leaving the Patriots. They're mutually parting ways after this season. So they're probably gonna play as hard as possible for him. One, for the future coach. Two, just for pride. They're at home. This was Monday night, and they got flexed out because they had a bad record. Because the Patriots are so trash. So I think they're mad about that. They're on a short break. Bill Belichick, mini bye, more time to prepare. Takes away what you want to do the most. Hey, I'm going with the Patriots, brother. I'm with you, brother. And plus, I need the Chiefs to start losing because there's still a chance that the Chiefs can get the 1 seed. So we got to nip that in the bud because we can't have another playoff go through ever. We can't.
That's fair. All right. Next, we have 49ers at Cardinals, the fantasy playoff masterclass for the Niners. We have Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Ayuk, Debo, McCaffrey. The Cardinals all are for bye. They want to play spoiler, but man, the playoffs starting at the right time. I'm gonna go with the Niners. I know, like, shocker. I know, but I think the Niners, they're the best team in the NFL.
Damn. So.
And yeah, I mean, they are. Do I trust Brock Purdy in the playoffs? Doing the stage is high? Not quite. But just as from 1 to 53 or 2 to 53, they probably, like, if you go band for band, roster for roster, they have the best roster and they're playing their best ball right now. So go Niners. Keep it short. Don't do it. Don't.
I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. Yeah, at the same time, I know the agenda is like we gotta like do that. The only agenda I have for this game is for Lamar. I said for Lamar to be the MVP. So for that to happen, I need Brock Purdy and Dak to throw some duds. You know what I'm saying? And I think it could happen. But am I gonna bet that though? No. Because if Brock Purdy fails statistically or whatever, they still got McCaffrey. And they still got Debo and all that. So I can envision a world where Brock Purdy throws a pick or two. And fucking it's actually a close game. It's not a blowout. But then you give it to McCaffrey, he goes for a buck something. And then there you go. So I think the 49ers do win the game. But for my agenda, I would love the Cardinals with the upset. I would love the Cardinals with the upset. And would I be surprised? No. I honestly wouldn't. Divisional rivals is always tough, bro. No matter who you playing, they know you the best out of everybody. So it's tough, but I'm gonna go. I want to pull the trigger. I want to pull it, but I'm not. I'm gonna be an actual cogent analysis here and say 49 is gonna probably snake them. The spread is 12.5 as of Wednesday, so hey, that's crazy. I'm not gonna bet that, but hey, wouldn't be surprised if that shit cash too. All right, Cardinals, Rams. Rams fighting for playoff spot. They lose. They had a tight game against Baltimore, and a lot of people saying they should have won. I disagree with that, obviously, but their offense. This is what we want to see. Both Puka and Cooper Cup going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Matt Stafford turning back the clock a little bit. He still can't block for him. He still can't block for him. And I think the defense makes opportunistic plays. For the Commanders, for your agenda, I think you need the Commanders to win.
Yep.
But realistically, I think the Rams win because although in a loss, they played a great game. And that's the kind of performance where, like, yo, like, you give the ball to Kyron, you give the ball to Cooper Cup, you give the ball to Puka, and you just rock out, you Gucci. You go out, you're at home, get in, go home with a dub. So I'm rolling with the Rams.
Again, football wise, I would totally agree with you. Again, Kyron, Dog, Domer. Again, Puka Nakua has like the fourth most yards as a rookie. Like for the fourth rookie ever to have like 1,100 yards through 13 games, like ever. It's like him, Anquan, Jamar Chase, and Randy Moss. So like the only ones who's ever done that. So he's amazing. Cooper Cup, Triple Crown winner. He's great. So all in all, I would say the Rams should win, but for the agenda, I'm going with the Commanders. Going with the Commanders. I think off a bye. Oh, pardon me. I think off a bye. I think they understand that. Yeah, if they lose this game, the season's over. I think Ron Rivera, he wants to go on top. He wants to have like some wins under his belt. He's probably gonna get fired this season, but he probably wants to go out and have like a good performance, especially off a bye. I don't know his record off a bye, but I think that the Commanders keep it close for sure. Cowboys, Bills fighting for their playoff lives. And if Dallas wins, they're in the playoffs. They lock up a playoff spot. No craziness. No, they need anything else to happen. No, they win. They're in the playoffs. That's first objective completed. For the Bills, they're still on the outside looking in. But by Sunday afternoon, they might be saying, "Oh, we in the playoffs," or if we win this game, or because everybody plays a tough game, you know. Now everybody's gonna go 8-6. Some people might be 7-7. So Bills are favored by 1.5 in this game. I know we talk about the spreads later. Something is telling me the Bills are gonna win. I think the Cowboys, they got their redemption song against the Eagles, and they like put it on them. And I think that you mentioned it yesterday that they still have an underlying issue of red zone offense, where they have to keep settling for 3 as opposed to killing touchdowns. Now, Josh Allen, he's a tale of two quarterbacks. He's a mix of he's doing Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts stuff of getting touchdowns, but he's also performing like Sam Howell and Derek Carr and throwing the ball to the other team and turning the ball over. So it's kind of like Jekyll and Hyde. What are you going to get on any given play?
That was a good play, by the way.
You feel me? I truly believe I think the Bills win this game. And also the talking heads have been meat riding the Cowboys for a while now. I think they gotta get humbled before their gauntlet starts because this is their gauntlet. You know, they played Philly, now they play Buffalo, then they play Miami, then they play Detroit. So this is their gauntlet right now. I think on the road they're also 3-3 on the road. So like with losses to San Francisco, Philly, cool, and then the unspeakable loss to Arizona. So the Bills can run the ball. They will run the ball, and hopefully Josh Allen makes 2 plays for his team and not for Dallas. So I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
I'm going with Buffalo as well. I think for one, they're not playing their best ball right now, but I do think like they need to win. And especially if early in that day Miami loses, they could be licking their chops like, oh, we played them in the last week of the season. And Miami gotta play Dallas and Baltimore. Shit. Like, you know, like they look like okay, it's lit. It's up. So I think they play motivated. And for my agenda, there's an agenda for this. For Lamar's MVP. my glorious King Lamar. I need Dak to struggle. I need Dak to have one touchdown, 2-3 interception game, a bad outing. I need him to have a bad outing and a loss, so then Lamar will shoot up for MVP. Do I think it's gonna happen? Probably not, because he's actually playing hell of a good ball this year. He's playing how he's supposed to play. But when there's expectations and when they start gassing him up, that's when the shit hits the fan for him. So I think for me, Buffalo, I got Buffalo fans as like co-workers and stuff. Go Bills, holding it down. Feel me? But then eventually I'm gonna need y'all to start losing. Cause low key, y'all didn't know me. I don't want to play y'all in the playoffs. Like I don't want to do that. So for this week, I'm rocking with y'all, but going against the rest of the season, I'm gonna have y'all miss out on the playoffs because y'all lost to the Patriots, y'all lost to the fucking Jets. So it's gonna come back to bite y'all. Not this week, but eventually.
And now Sunday Night Football. Ravens descend into the Prince's domain and take on Jacksonville. This is one of the few that I actually had like a name for it. You feel me? Of course, I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Okay, I'm gonna support the agenda. All right. There's no buts. There's no anything like that. I think what I will say is that just like how Dallas needs to get punched in the mouth before like their playoffs start, I think the Ravens defense got their punched in, like they got punched in the mouth and had to relock in. Like sometimes they thought their shit didn't stink if they could just like gloss over, not badness, but overall just like your pass rush is fantastic. Roquan Smith's a dog. Kyler Hamilton, Domer is fantastic. But you guys have holes, which you guys play. Like, this is the definition, like, the difference of the whole is better than the sum of its parts. You know, the whole defense is great, but there are holes and weaknesses. But for Jacksonville, they're broken. Trevor Lawrence has lost to Jake Browning. He's lost to Joe Flacco. The team's defense hasn't stopped the nosebleed. I think that Lamar, like prime time, eyes will be watching. The weather is not great, but neither is it great in Baltimore either. It's supposed to be rain showers or 21-mile-per-hour winds. So be careful in terms of throwing the ball. But Baltimore has something that the Jags don't, and that's a run game, a consistent run game. That Gus Edwards, Keaton Mitchell, and even Lamar himself. You said you wanted to see more of it. I think that Jacksonville can get ran down. And I think the Ravens take care of business. But that's just one man's opinion. I'm not the Ravens fan.
Let me stand up. I think we standing up last week. You know what I'm saying? I think it boded well. It boded well for our chances. You know what I'm saying? All right. Shit. So boom. Ravens fly. Let me move this camera up. Ravens fly. We clinch a playoff spot with a win and some other teams losing. Let's see that. We got that's Dallas. All right, boom. All right. We need. It's all possible. It's definitely possible. You feel me? Because I got Cleveland losing, and I got Houston losing, and I got Denver losing. So like, it's definitely possible that I wake up Monday, or I go to sleep Monday. We in that bitch officially. All right, take it off my screen. All right, game plan. I said it last week, and it worked out that way. Wasn't intended to, but it worked out. So the game plan for this week is the following: 1, no turnovers. We can't keep like Jacksonville. They're not the best team, but they're a resilient bunch. Where if you give them opportunities, they will make it a game. Look at the Browns last week. They were spanking them, and then Joe Flacco started throwing interceptions, and they got back in the game. Thumbs up. There you go. So I think that's one of the major keys there. 2, defensively, Nacho said it. We got to relock in. We got to relock in, y'all. We got to relock in because ain't no way. Like, I know Matt Stafford had Cooper Kupp, Puka, and Kyron, but Christian Kirk is out. Trevor Lawrence, high ankle from his ankle, so he's not going to be as mobile. So he's a sitting duck with our league-leading stat pass rush. That bodes well for us. Travis Etienne, I like him. I'm a fan. Haitian blood. You know what I'm saying? But he's been very he had a great start to the season, but towards that midway point, he's not been the same. So we get back to our identity of stopping the run, putting pressure on the passer. Kyle Hamilton is out because he's out for a couple weeks with the MCL sprain that he suffered on Sunday. But we got Marcus Williams. We got Geno Stone. Those two are good. They're not. I think Kyle Hamilton's better than both of them. But those two are solid. Marlon Humphrey, you need a bounce back, my brother. You need a bounce back. You're going to be probably guarding your Alabama alum in Calvin Ridley. You cannot let him get the better of you. And my guy, I got to stop doing thumbs up because this fucking thing keep popping up. Roquan, your team let 31. Thank you, El, who took my shit. So, yeah, I let 31 points be scored in y'all. Technically 29 because Lamar kicked in the fucking thing, but I'm going to say 31. You let 31 points be scored in y'all. At home, you got to take that aggression and put that in Jacksonville. That's it for my defense. Offensively, Lamar played just like he did last week. However, do not get cute when shit starts to hit. You hit your first couple deep balls and you thinking, oh, it's Madden? Good. And that's where you start making mistakes. Your best feature, your best attribute is the fact that you make decisions. Sometimes not the best decisions, but you commit to your decisions. What I mean by that is if you see something you like, you go for it. You don't hesitate. You're starting not to hesitate. You feel me? Gus Edwards, Keaton Mitchell, you've had a shaky couple weeks. I'm not going to lie. We had the Chargers. They had their best offensive showing, well, second best because they zipped out the Patriots. But before that, I didn't really do much. Even with the Bengals game, we still didn't really do much. So there was that. So the last month or so, we ain't been running. It's been Lamar doing Lamar things, being Lamarvelous, but it ain't been y'all. So I need y'all to, for me, hold it down so Lamar doesn't have to do so much. Now, I want him to be MVP, but if it's not MVP, I don't care. I don't care if he was MVP. You already got one. So it doesn't matter. Now, we had a great offensive game plan on Sunday against the Rams. Likely got the touches. Zay Flowers, not towards the beginning, but towards the end, was clutch. Odell in the beginning was super massive. That's 3. I need Bateman. I've been saying for a minute. Now. Yo, Bateman, I need you to have a game. I think this one right here, I'm calling it now. This is gonna be the Rashad Bateman show. One, because I hope so. I'm a fan of it, so I hope so. 2, he's had the clutch catches here and there, but he hasn't really done like what last year he was doing before he got hurt. He's not doing like ample time has passed since you got injured. You're back now. Show it to us. You feel me? We need you during this stretch because if we win, We not only if Miami loses, Kansas City loses like last week. We're looking at next week like we play Miami. No. We play. Right? No. Who the fuck we play next? Miami, right? Am I bugging? No, that's New Year's Eve. We play
Niners.
Oh right, damn.
Niners Christmas Eve. Then the Dolphins, and then
I forgot next week's Christmas. God damn. So we can't lose this game and at San Francisco. Because realistically, I feel like I feel a loss coming. One of these two. We cannot let it be both back to back. So I want us to go in there, come out, put our. I gotta do this. I gotta find. We're gonna go into Jacksonville. We're gonna open their door in the master bed. We're gonna put the robe on. We're gonna put their slippers on. We're gonna put on a do-rag or a bonnet or whatever the wife got on. We're gonna go into the kitchen, make a Sausalito turkey and cheese. We're gonna sit back on the couch, watch some Kitchen Nightmares on Hulu, and rock the fuck out. We get in, we get out, W. Straight like that. Straight like that.
So straight like that.
Straight like that.
All right, I like it. And honestly, Monday Night Football, Philly taking on Seattle. Eagles are spiraling, and Seattle needs a dub. This game got flexed to Monday night because, again, aforementioned Chiefs-Patriots game. The Patriots sucked so bad that they needed a replacement. Eagles are trying to avoid losing 3 in a row. And Seattle, they can't expose that defense of Philly. But can they protect Geno Smith from himself? Ooh, pardon me. I see a shootout coming. I think this will be a shootout. And I think Philly gets back on track. And they clinch a playoff spot. I think that Philly, because if Philly wins, they're in. And then it's all about the NFC East at that point. So I think they take care of business on the road. And because I need for the agenda as well, I need Seattle to lose. But I genuinely don't believe that Geno Smith against his pass rush is gonna perform well. He can expose the secondary. He has potential. Him, DK, Tyler Lockett has potential to do something special offensively if given enough time. And Geno Smith is coming off a groin injury, so he might not even play. So that makes my pick even better. So I'm gonna go with Philly for sure. For sure, you're right
on. Ain't no way y'all lose 3 straight, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going with Philly. Ain't no way y'all lose 3 straight. It's possible. For sure possible. Because it's at Seattle. Monday night prime time. They probably all have like the neon greens on or whatever. So it's gonna be tough. For sure. But come on now. I can't. Y'all already on fraud watch. From the talking heads. Do not come. And we come on Tuesday. And y'all motherfuckers lose to Seattle, bro. You gotta pack it up. You gotta pack it up.
All right.
But then you benefit by having the Giants twice and the Cardinals in between. So, like, okay, I get it. But come on now. No one's gonna take you guys seriously.
All right. So now it's time to motivate some people. All right, it's time to lock in before we tweak out. This week, we have the following things need to happen. Yes, I say Saints permanently, unofficially, always on the lock-in list. But specifically this week, I need the defense to lock in. Again, against the run, like teams are like, oh, we're not going to throw it on you. We're just going to run 30 separate times. Until you stop it, they will keep running it at you. Stop the run. make Tommy DeVito beat you with his arm, and good things will happen. Lions offense has been Jekyll and Hyde as well. More accurately, it's Jared Goff who's been Jekyll and Hyde. He's had moments of brilliance, like in the Saints game, and then he has 3 out of his last 4, two Bears games where he just looked bad, and then a Packers Thanksgiving game that just looked terrible. And in my last is Tua in Miami's offense. Yes, Tyreek Hill is special. He's battling an ankle injury on a short week. You got to be able to score with him, like on the sideline. Your offense can't go to a screeching halt when he's not in the game. And you're playing a Jets defense that has something to prove, and they want to be upset. They want to be spoilers. So those are my 3 lock-in. A lot of offense, but Saints defense especially.
Great. I got Ravens defense. We gotta wake up. Gotta wake up. Shit ain't sweet no more. We in the final stretch. We got defensively, that's our identity. If that's our identity, we gotta really show up and show out in Jacksonville. Chiefs offense, more so, obviously the receivers are gonna be there, but Mahomes, stop crying like a little bitch and lock the fuck in. Like, bro, like you the face of the league, bro. Like, come on. They wasn't getting like I'm not giving you the grace, bro. Everyone else is gonna give you the grace. I'm not. Because no one was giving Lamar the grace when the same thing was happening to him last season. So I'm not giving you that. I ain't giving you shit. So look, Patrick Mahomes, that whole offense, bro, shape up. You lose to the Patriots, bro. Yeah, bro. You got it. You picked it for the chaos and for the agenda. But if y'all motherfuckers lose to the Patriots and y'all offensively are offensive, come on. Pack it up. And Jordan Love, I think you just need a bounce back. I think I mentioned, like, in your wins, you have like 1 turnover. But in your losses, you have like 11 and 12. Like, that's not good. That's not good. You play a Bucks team who is low-key injured. You can't score the rock on them. You gotta connect with your guys. And I know it's been hard without Watson and without Aaron Jones. Maybe they play. Maybe. I haven't looked at the injury report yet. But even if they're not, bro, you gotta be better. You gotta show up. You can't fumble the rock and throw 2 interceptions. You can't do that. No, not against Baker, though. Not against Baker. Because as much shit as I give him, if you give him a short field, he's going to get points somehow. Field goal to touchdown. So, like, you gotta start it. You gotta come on. This is your stretch now.
That's it. I like it, but I don't like it. I really do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, last part of the show, where the money resides, and we give you our parlay live on the air. Right? We went through the games. We've talked about the agenda. We've talked about everything that needs to happen for us to be successful football watching experience. Now it's time to make some money. All right. We went through the games. Again, gamble responsibly. If you lose, don't blame us. But when you win, bless us. You know, we take Apple Pay, Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, all that good stuff. Bless us with our birthday as well. You know, try and buy me a bacon and cheese when I come back to the city. You feel me? Take $5 as well. You feel me? But let's make it happen. Speed run. Chargers at Raiders. Raiders are favored by 3.5. I think the Chargers are going to fire Brandon Staley after this game. So I'm going with the Chargers. Chargers. My bad. Misspoke. I was thinking about the Chargers. Going with the Raiders to cover 3.5.
Raiders money line, calm.
Fair enough. Vikings at Bengals Saturday. Bengals favored by 2.5. Jamar Chase better than Justin Jefferson? Question mark?
Negative, sir. Vikings plus 2.5.
Bengals, sir. Steelers, Colts. Colts favored by 1.5. So far, the home teams have been favored 3 straight times. I think the whole team wins and covers as well. It's 1.5, but I mean, literally 1.5.
1.5.
But
same.
Again, would not be surprised if actually, I lied. I picked the Steelers before. I gotta stay true. I think the Steelers win. I had to look at the pick'em spreadsheet real quick. My fault. Broncos at Lions. Lions are favored by 4. Fraudulent, but it's a cold day in hell, and it's a cold day in hell. We're rooting for the Sean Payton led Broncos. So I'm a lowercase the Lions. It's lowercase Lions on that. Falcons at Panthers. Panthers are underdogs by 3. Surprisingly, because again they're at home, but like they're only underdogs by 3. I thought it would be more. Falcons are on a good team. I think the Panthers go out and take care of business and actually win. Standing 10 toes down on that one. Word.
You need them.
Win. Definitely for the agenda. Bears at Browns. For the agenda, we're going with the Bears. For my actual fandom of a friend of Corbett, I'm going with the Bears as well. Joe Flacco, the elite.
Joe Flacco.
I don't think he can take care of this Bears defense, man. I truly don't believe it. Bucks at Packers. Packers are favored by 3.5. Man, Tampa Bay sucks. I'm gonna need the Packers to take care of business. Simple as that. Take care of business. Jets at Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 8.5. A part of my soul. Do I want to believe in Zach Wilson? No. Do I believe in that Jets defense? I do.
Give me the Jets, man.
Jets 8.5. I'm riding with you, brother. I'm rocking with you. Giants at New Orleans Saints. Saints favored by 6. I think mine is too much, me personally, but mama ain't raised no bitch. So I'm going to go with Saints -6. You feel me? I like it. Saints money line. They're definitely going to be in the parlay, by the way. We're going to talk about that in a second. Texans at Titans. Titans favored by 2.5. Oh, Henry. If you know, you know. Chisel Donna, shout out to him. Titans are going to win. Titans are going to cover. Chiefs at Patriots. Patriots are underdogs by 8.5. A 3-win team only getting 8.5. What? Believe it. Give me that. Give me that. And which team really looks like the 3-win team? Think about that on Tuesday when we talk about the Patriots upset. Word. Cardinals are underdogs by 12.5 against the Niners. Niners again. Hey, their S-Bob team is Christmas Cyrus and Super Bowl or bust. I think this is tough, man. I want to just say money line, but I've been going spreads the entire time. So I'm going to go with the 12.5.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Pull away late. Because I think Christian McCaffrey hasn't really scored like that. He has yards, but he hasn't been scoring. I think they might try to give him 3 of them things. Commanders at Rams. Rams are favored by 6.5. For the agenda, I'm going with the Commanders. But I understand if the Rams win. But I think Sam Howell's going to just figure around and have it be close for no reason. And then upset City. Cowboys at Bills. Bills are favored by 1.5 at home. If this was in Dallas, I would definitely pick Dallas. Because it's on the road, I'm confidently saying the Bills are going to win on that.
I agree with that.
Ravens-Jags, Sunday Night Football. Can the Ravens take care of business? They will. I think the Ravens win. The Ravens cover. Jags.
Fun fact, Lamar's from Florida. So it's a homecoming for Lamar, too.
Is he from Miami or is it from?
He's from Florida. I don't know what part of Florida, but I know he's from Florida. So
I think he's from Miami, but still, though, it is a homecoming for him, which is pretty cool. And last but not least, Monday Night Football, Eagles at Seattle. Seattle's underdogs by 2.5. Man, Seattle's a bad team. They were a good team last year, but they regressed. I'm going to go with Eagles to win and the Eagles to cover. It's 3.5? It was 2.5. Which one is it? Either way, 3.5.
I think it's 3.5 now.
3.5 now.
Where's Pompano Beach, Florida? Where is that?
I don't know. Google it.
Just north of Fort Lauderdale. But anyway, he's from Florida. Homecoming. Right?
It's the homecoming. Facts.
And I said Eagles better win. Need to win.
I think they shall. All right. Now we do this live, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the FanDuel account and we place a parlay.
Whoa.
3-team, 4-team.
You place the parlay. I might just knock out. I gotta spend money on the birthday, so I gotta pay the funds.
You're not getting treated, son. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I get paid. I might do it on like Saturday morning type shit. Who's up on the predictions this season? That's a great question.
That is a valid question.
We have not kept track. We have not kept track.
Who's up on our predictions? I mean, last week, Shabazz, we tied. We were both 9-6
against the spread.
But... No, straight up picks. We both 9-6 against the spread. Last week I was 9-6. Shabazz was 7-8. So do with that what you will.
You know what I'm saying? But to be fair, when I'm especially now, like for like the agenda L cool, like we're biased towards certain outcomes. So like that's going into the picks. So it's not like like thinking with my heart. If I was thinking with my heart, I probably would have went freaking Dolphins to win or fucking like 49ers to win last week. So like it's very like flawed. Our way of thinking is flawed. We're thinking with our hearts and what we need to happen versus what we think is going to happen. In most cases, there's instances like I would love the Cardinals to win for Brock Purdy's MVP case to plummet down to 2, but realistically, 49ers are going to win. He's the same situation. Okay, same situation. Okay, you feel it. All right, you feel it.
Well, here's a parlay right now. Here's a parlay.
You cooked one up. Okay.
I cooked one up. Lions. This is all money line. Lions, Packers, Saints, Bears.
Oh, he's wild.
And Ravens. 5 teams, all money line, plus 1157.
What about Philly?
Nah.
You don't want to throw Philly in there.
Parlay, ladies and gentlemen. I cooked it up. $5 to win 57. $10 wins you 111. 115 rather. We here, placed in place. It's placed, confirmed. We here every week. We do it. Now, there's that. Would I change and do some extra shit? Like, would I pick a parlay with all of our teams win? Unfortunately, can't pick the Giants to win because fuck them. I might just place $1 on that. So let's go with Saints. Let's go with the Jets, the Bears, the Patriots, and the Ravens. That's a 5-teamer right there. If you want to support FID, you want to support the FID gango, you got Patriots, Jets. I'm putting Pats. I kind of trying to type it and place it at the same time. Pats, Jets, Saints,
Ravens,
and Bears because I have a Bears fan. If you want to take out the Bears, we can because we'll take out the Bears. All money line because of the 2 long shot odds is plus. Wait for it. 3-7-7-3. So
wait, you took out the Bears?
I took out the Bears. Yes.
Okay.
If you just want to support those 4 teams, because that's FID, Pats, Jets, Saints, Ravens. Of course, can't go with the Giants because fuck them this week at least. That's if you want to support FID. I'm gonna put half a unit, put 250 on that to win 94. Place that, boom. We here, ladies and gentlemen. We here. We live. If you have any parlays you would like to place, GL, good luck. Wash hands. Hey, man. Again, this is where the money resides. Have any questions, DM us on Instagram, BaptisteBros, Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it. TikTok, whatever. Leave a comment. We'll probably get back to you. This is it. Week 15.
So we're not doing the aftermath?
Oh, we can do the aftermath really quickly. Yes. The aftermath, if you will. So we have again, it's playoff time, baby. So this is all of my picks. All right. So if all of my teams win, that I believe is gonna win, or I need to win for the agenda, here's how it shakes out. In the AFC, Ravens are 1 seed. Dolphins take care of business against the Jets. Chiefs, they'll be 8-6 and officially out. Actually, not necessarily, but maybe. They would need the Ravens to collapse in order to get the 1 seed. But for all intents and purposes, they're out of the 1 seed race. So would Jacksonville. Browns, Bengals, Colts, all are in the playoffs, and the Bills right there outside. And Texans, Steelers, Broncos on the outside. And somehow, somewhere, we still got these 2 teams in there. theoretically speaking, the Chargers and Jets would be mathematically eliminated. So that's that. And then the NFC side, you see the boys? You see my boys? You feel me? 7-7, 500, winning the NFC South. Niners take over the 1 seed. Eagles take the 2. Lions take the 3. And in the playoff, it will be Cowboys, Vikings, Packers, with the Bears looming large, and the Giants at 5-9, unfortunately. But now let's go with your picks. So we say actually a lot. I had the Steelers to win, so Steelers would take over the 5 seed, and it will
Okay.
be all AFC North teams in the playoffs.
Best division in football, man. Stop playing.
That's division football. But for Shabaz's agenda, Colts
Cool.
win,
Jets
Jets win, and that's it on that side. You have the Vikings
Vikings.
win, and then you have the Rams to win. So it doesn't change much. It basically guarantees that the Ravens have the 1 seed, unless again barring a collapse.
I mean, we play Miami next New Year's Day, so that might, depending on how Christmas goes.
Right.
We'll
It would have to be something crazy, dramatic to happen. How many teams are 7-7? Look at that clusterfuck of 7-7 teams.
And then the Bills are in the playoffs.
Bills will be in the playoffs if all that shakes out. And then on the NFC side, hey, nothing really changes except for the Vikings become the 6th seed at 8-6 instead of 7-7.
What happens if the Giants win? We're not saying it, right?
What happens if the Giants win? So the Bucs stay the South winners at 6-8. Giants get closer to the playoffs, and the Saints drop all the way down to the 13th seed. However, we're still optimistic because, again, the NFC South is the worst division in football versus the AFC North being the best division in football. So if the Giants win, I'll be upset and sad, and I had to eat a lot of crow because, again, I talked a lot of shit over the season. So, yeah, but that's not going to happen, right? Right? Right. But yeah, any other outcomes you want to see?
Nah, I'm straight.
All right. Well, that's the aftermath, ladies and gentlemen. It has been the Week 15 prediction show with your host Shabazz. I'm Natty Baps. Join us Tuesday, 8:30 EST, as we recap a fabulous birthday weekend of football. Hopefully, the Smash Room is fantastic for you. I'm going to Olive Garden with the homies and then going to an arcade bar afterwards. It'll be cool for that. Otherwise, make safe bets, make safe choices. We'll see y'all on Tuesday, 8:30. Be there, be there. Rest in peace to Andre. I don't know how to say his last name, Captain Holt. We'll leave you with his message. We'll see y'all then.
Vindication!